What's up, guys? It's Happy Ninja 37 here, back inside of, well, I guess for the first time inside of Destiny 2. This is footage from the farm, the brief time that I spent inside of the farm. But I'm here to talk to you guys about some news that that Bungie put out today about Destiny 2 on PC, and how they aren't going to allow for window capture or game capture through OBS or XSplit. Now, if you don't stream, this doesn't really have anything to do with you, but for me, it was a little important. What it means is that you cannot use an option called game capture, which allows you to just capture the window as it appears on your computer. So it just doesn't work. Now, they gave you a couple of options. Ideally, the best way you could do this is with a 2 PC setup, capturing that display. Now, there's been a lot of debate within the content creator community right now of what's the best way to do this and still get, because right now the problem is you cannot get 144 hertz or 144 max frame rate on your main display while capturing through a capture card. Now, that in itself is not a huge deal if you're okay with playing at 60 frames per second. But if you're in the competitive community and you have a monitor that can do 144 hertz and can give you the max frame rate and the smoothest experience possible, then that could be a problem for you. If you're like me and that's not a huge deal, then you can capture and just use HDMI or whatever. But being able to use the display port out on your graphics card to get 144 hertz plus on your display is very nice. Is a nice thing to have. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and give you an option that could potentially work for you. It may not, if this is something you want to do, but it is an option. If you do have a capture card in your PC for capturing consoles like an Elgato HD60 Pro or a Razer Ripsaw or AverMedia card, and it has an HDMI out, and you have, or HDMI in, then this could work for you if you have a relatively beefy CPU. But what has worked for me is actually routing an HDMI cable from my GPU into my capture card, duplicating the display that my gameplay is on, so the main display that I play on, duplicating that to the Elgato or to my capture card, and then using OBS the same way I would to capture any other console or gameplay. So that allows me to capture that at 60 frames per second and still have my monitor displaying at 144 hertz. So I still have the uncapped frame rate and benefits of that without doing that. Now, in my case, I'm running a CPU with a large core count. I have a Ryzen 1700X, overclocked to 3.9 gigahertz. So I have a lot of CPU headroom. This may not work if you are streaming from, like, say, an i7 7700K, or one of the 4-core 8-thread CPUs, because it's not going to be enough space to do that much processing on the same computer at the same time. There is the ability to do display capture. It's not the best looking option. It's definitely an option though, and it's definitely something you can do. But if you have to have 144 hertz or uncapped frame rate on your main display where you play your games, routing an HDMI cable from your GPU to your capture card and doing a duplication, or cloning your display to your capture card, that is definitely a viable option for you if you have the CPU headroom. If you have, like, one of the Skylake CPUs or a Ryzen CPU or Ryzen 7, even maybe the Ryzen 5 1600 would be able to handle it okay. Probably not great. You might not be able to play the game at max settings at that point. But if you have a relatively beefy machine, doing that is definitely an option. I may do another video on exactly how to do that and how it looks when you're setting it up. But for now, thank you guys for hanging out, or thank you guys for checking out this YouTube video. Catch me sometime on Twitch, and I will see you guys back inside of Destiny 2 when the PC beta launches. Peace.